I leave the room with Karma like a normal person, and he leaves the tavern as I go to find Parfait and Delora. The two of them are seated together in the reception, speaking in hushed voices when I arrive. They both pause to look up at me as I walk into the room.
Well, well. If it isn't the princess, took you long enough to come see us?
Anise told us you were unharmed. We're glad to see you're safe, princess.
So, how about telling us what happened?
When prompted, I tell them everything that transpired in the alleyway. The two listen and only exchange a solemn glance when I am done. Do you know something about all of this that I don't? Why would the witches be after me in the first place?
You remember what we said about the Tenenbaum corrupting witches? Well, those witches don't like seeing curses broken. They meddle where they can because they can.
That's why I cast a glamour on you when you arrived here so that you could remain hidden from magical eyes. I did it to protect you.
To protect me? I feel like there's more to this that they are hiding, but I do not think any amount of convincing will get them to say anything.
Forgive us, princess. We're not entirely sure what's going on either. Though if it was a human that captured you, he must be working with the witches somehow.
Troublesome, to say the least. But we don't know the details yet. Give us some time to figure things out.
Until we figure out who the man is and who he is working for, you need to have an escort with you out of the margin at all times. Do you understand?
And once you figure it out, you will tell me. The two exchange another look, which only makes me more frustrated. They are obviously keeping secrets, and right in front of me.
We'll tell you once everything falls into place.
Don't worry, princess. We would never let you be put in any danger.
The silence is what ends our conversation. I make my way back to my room, feet heavy. I feel like a fly caught in a spider's web. I try my best to clear my mind as I return to my room. Ooh. What is this little Cassie? Okay. The days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the knights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room.
Wink.
Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom. Delora and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the margin since the kidnapping attempt. These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at a table. I have just finished working for the day, and the activity in the margin is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the margin. Jurian is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I can overhear their words from where I am.
Shame that she's a knight, eh? She's the proud type. Too proud to let a man dote on her. Bleeding shame indeed. But do you think if I tried to say something to her... You too. Oh.
Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, an uncharacteristically dark glare on his face.
Is there a problem?
Doors are closing for the night. I'm going to ask you to leave. Please, please leave.
No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now.
The two men walk out, and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Anise had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him.
Garland. You okay? Of course.
You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know there's something bothering you.
Neither of the knights seem to notice me here. If they do, they ignore me. Jurian is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her?
Do it.
Garland says nothing, though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Jurian reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up, startled.
Ow!
Hello?
Still the same as always, the silent, watchful knight. Only say things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something.
Both knights turn to look at me, and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he hurriedly looks away.
Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first.
Okay, stay safe.
Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern.
Going to sleep soon, princess?
I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Jurian. Did you hear what those men were saying?
Oh, about me being too proud or something?
So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing.
It doesn't bother me. They're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself.
Blunt and to the point. Jurian was really admired for that honesty in the palace.
The only other men I've trusted before are my fellow knights, Garland most of all, since we've always been partners.
She does not explain any further. I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone has cleared out, the sooner I can leave the margin. Tonight is the night I go looking for answers.